So now we are live. So let's start today's program. So the objective would be to understand Anapanasati what needs to be done in a step-by-step approach. So first thing we need to do is to relax the body and relax the mind. For that, the first step after the preliminary activities, so there are preliminary activities that needs to be done. We have covered that earlier also. So like Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa, from there, depending upon whether how is our mind doing and how is our body. So before we start, we need to ensure that the mind and the body is in good shape, especially the body. We should not be filling with too much of food. Then Anapanasati will become like we are going into sleep. So moderate in eating, and then we can start with this. So assuming that you all have done that, let's start to practice this. The first thing we need to do is to understand what is kaya. So there are two kaya we need to observe. So when we say sabba kaya pati samvedi asasi sameti sikkati, sabba kaya pati samvedi pasasi sameti sikkati. So in this sabba kaya, what this means, if you have observed the Goenka's teaching Vipassana, he says this, but he doesn't understand. He only says all kaya. But Sariputta explains what this kaya is. So there are two kayas. One is the Rupakaya and the other one is Namakaya. Now first let's understand what is Rupakaya. So you have to relax your body for now and start observing the material what is made called as body. So first let's start with the very gross one, which is the Patavi. So we can feel it as hard and we can feel it as soft. So we can cross over the entire body from head to toe and we'll get 20 solid parts and 10 liquid parts. So starting with Kesa, Loma, Naka, Danta, like that, and Pitta, Simam, Pubbo, like that. So for contemplation, right now, we can take two of them. On the solid, take the teeth because they are hard, and take the skin. Then you will find it rough if there are hairs, and if there are no hairs on any part of the body, then you'll find it smooth. On the liquid side of it, take saliva because that is easy to observe, And if you are sweating, you can take the sweat, or we can take urine. So two things from solid and two things from the liquid. On all the four, you will find color, varna. And when you have liquid, you will find rasa. Rasa in English is sapid or flavor, something like that. Now the body is warm, and in some places it is hot. So there is temperature, which is tejo dhatu, and then there is movements and jerks in the body, which is vayu dhatu. So if you have vayu, you will have smell, so gandha. And if you have tejas, you will have ojas, which is nutrients. So this is what is called rupakaya. And this whole thing is bound by assa and passa, in breath, out breath. And that is the symbol, or that is the nimitta to observe. And this whole 8 things or octets, Shuddhastaka, which we can now see, and this is the Kaya Sankhara. We are not talking about Abhisankara, that is intentionally doing something, but this is just a Kaya Sankhara. So Asapassa is the Kaya Sankhara, and these 20 solid parts, 12 liquid parts, then heat, then movement, and then if you want, you can take Akasha wherever there are holes in the body, like in the nose and the mouth, anus, ears, the private parts wherever there are holes, and that is can be considered as space element or Akasha. So observe this in your body for around 5 minutes. The objective is to observe the solid, observe the liquid, observe the heat or the temperature and the movement, vayu, along with color. So your body has certain color. Each of the individual part of the body also has certain color. Then there is flavor or sapid in the liquid. Then if there is heat, then there are nutrients also. This is a food for any other being. And when there is vayu, there is going to be gandha, smell. So observe the body. As you observe the body, it starts to show up in very clear way all the four dhatus, qualities of this Mahabhuta. Now let us get into the Namakaya. So take the 5 fingers and we are going to make the little finger as Phassa. Then the next finger to the little finger will make it as Vedana. Then the middle finger will make it as Sanya. The index finger is Phassa and the thumb is Manasikara. So this is what is called Namakaya. So when we say Sabbakaya Pati Samvedi, we are looking at these Rupakaya and these 5 Namakaya. Little finger is Phassa, then The finger next to it is Vedana, the middle finger is Sanya, index finger is Chetana, and the thumb is Manasikara. Now, this is what when we call as Chitta Sankhara. And this is Nama. So when we say Nama and Rupa, Nama consists of these 5 and Rupa consists of 8. Now let's start with Phassa, contact. So anything that 5 senses plus the 6th sense, which is the mind, contacts, there would be an indication of the contact through the consciousness, which is Vijnana. So what I need to observe is there any contact as I am sitting? And if yes, there would be Vedana, the feeling that I am sitting on a chair, sitting on a couch, sitting somewhere. Now there is a perception, Sanya, on where I am sitting. Then I have Sankhara, I have the Chetana, intention. And Manasikara. There is 2 kind of Manasikara. One is Yoniso Manasikara. Another is Ayoniso Manasikara. Yoniso Manasikara means proper reflection and seeing things as they are. Whereas Ayoniso Manasikara is seeing the things as the Chetana, the Sanya, Vedana due to Phassa, which can lead to an impression. And whatever is impressed, that is understood, which is Papancha Sanya Sankha. So we need to observe. So for next 10 minutes, let's observe the Namakaya. Again, the little finger is Phassa, a finger next to it is Vedana, the middle finger is Sanya, index finger is Chetana, and the thumb is Manasikara. Using your breath, observe the contact in the nostrils, which is Phassa. Observe the Vedana, and then the Sanya, Chetana, intention which is coming up, whether you want to breathe in deeper or breathe out deeper because of making yourself comfortable, or you want to lift your hand, lift your head, lift your leg, or change your posture. All those are intent, Chetana and Manasikara. Let's meet after 10 minutes. you have to observe keep your 5 fingers, and then the little finger is phassa, which is contact. The finger next to it is the vedana, feeling. Middle finger is sanya, index finger is chetana, and the thumb is manasikara. So what you need to do is, this is called namakaya, and if you are sitting somewhere, now you need to observe the phassa, which is contact. As the body is contacting with that object, there would be a feeling, and there would be a perception that where you are sitting, and there would be an intention of taking in long breath or short breath, or whatever it is. You want to do something, you want to rub your hand or whatever, anything that is intentional. And then you have manasikara. So this you need to observe. So the time is 10 minutes, so you'll get around 7 minutes, and then we'll continue further. Keep on watching it. Keep on watching both the Rupakaya and Namakaya. Rupakaya consisting of Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayo, and Namakaya consisting of Phassa, Vedana, Sanya, Chetana, and Manasikara. Actually, you can watch it in your breath only. If you watch your breath carefully, you will feel solid, the touch. So it is patavi. Then there is moisture, apo. Then you'll feel warm or hot as the breath touches. When it is exhalation, and it will feel cold when a cold air is going inside. Inhale cold, exhale hot. So temperature can be seen. Then the entire body is moving along with the breath. Which is Vayu. Body has color, Varna, sapid, Rasa. The body has smell, Gandha. Body is having nutrients, Oja. As the breath is touching the nose, observe the feeling, observe the perception. Soon as it touches the nose, while in inhalation and exhalation, as you are watching it, observe what all intentions are coming. You might want to do this or you want to do that. All those are intentions. And look at how Manasikara, just like a boatman rowing the boat, which way it is going. Now we will move forward. After watching like this, the next step is to understand what is sati, because it is Anapanasati. So in the Sati Patthana Vibhanga, and under that you have Kayanupassana Niddeso. Sati is defined like this: Tatha Katama Sati, Ya Sati Anusati Patisati Sati Saranata Dharanata Apilapanata Asammusanata Sati Satindriyam Sati Balam Samma Sati Ayam Vuchati Sati. When translated into English, Sati means to remember. Remember to observe the breath. Anusati, in accordance to how the in-breath and out-breath is. Patisati is to recollect the remembrance of how the breath was. Sati again is remember. Saranata is being aware of that breath. Dharanata means to bear it in the mind. Apila Panata means not losing at any point in time, observing the breath. Asammusanata means not confusion, not having any confusion on what should be watched, which is the breath. Sati again is to remember. Satindriyam is the faculty or the senses of remembrance. Sati Balam, the strength of remembrance. That is, even though the mind is fleeting, you are catching it and making it to observe. Observing the breath. And that is Samma Sati, which means proper remembrance. Now in the books it is always written as mindfulness. The ultimate aim is to be mindful, but it cannot be mindful all the time. So it is remembrance. To be mindful, one needs to remember on what should be done and what should not be done. And in the Namakaya, we just now finished understanding about Ayoniso Manasikara and Yoniso Manasikara. Thoughtful reflection, which is remembrance, and not thoughtful reflection, which means I don't remember. What should be done? I don't remember. Instead, what I shouldn't be doing, I remember. So now you need to take one of these meanings. So take sati means to remember, remember to meditate, remember to observe, remember to be aware, remember to be mindful of the in-breath and the out-breath. Let's do this exercise for 15 minutes. Wherever the breath is touching, don't go with the breath, don't go inside, don't go outside. Just observe, remember to observe the touching, spasha of the breath, the contact. Don't go anywhere. For next 15 minutes, just be with the breath. Now, as you watch your breath by remembering the body, kaya, the physical body consisting of four elements, and the mental body. So now what you need to do is all the time you need to remember to watch these two bodies, the physical body and the mental body. For now, for today, we'll only do this much. And again, we can meet up tomorrow to do the remaining another two more. Tomorrow we can take up Anupassana and Pajanana with relation to the breath. So what you learned today is observing Sabbakaya Patisamvedi Asasissameti Sikkati Sabbakaya Patisamvedi Passasissameti Sikkati. So what is Kaya? We have understood. And what is Sati? To remember to watch the breath as it touches the nostril. We have understood. Let us practice. So once you start observing the Kaya, you will forget that it is your body. You will just see body as body, consisting of Namakaya and Rupakaya, and nothing else. That's a starting of how we need to understand Anapanasati. Let us end the session now and let's meet tomorrow again.
Thank you, sir. Shubharatri.
Thank you. See you tomorrow. Namo Buddhaya.
Namo Buddhaya.